I flew to Amsterdam to see him play, and then from there they played a show in London, and I was with my girlfriend, and she was like, let me just try something. So this was right when Jackass was coming out, so she knocks on the backstage door. Seppo, the manager, answers, and she's just like, Bam from MTV is here to see you. And he's like, oh, all right.
And actually, you know, their sick humor is not so far from our sick humor, so we're on the same level.
We're both from Pennsylvania, Bam and I. We've both blown pagan bike squads.
Yeah, we have the same we have the same kind of humor. We definitely, like, I send him the CKY videos. He loves everything about it, and then he'll like buy some random shady shit off of eBay, you know, like whatever, and we'll just check him out. And yeah, and it's so funny because it took me to fly to Finland to actually meet him, because I didn't know that he lived 15 minutes away from me. And you know, once I flew to Finland, it's like, do you know the Bloodhound Gang? Like, yeah. Like, well, they're gonna like sign him in America, and do you know that he lives 15 minutes away from me? I'm like, what? I gotta meet up with him. So we've been hanging out like every week.
Then I called their manager Seppo and said, it would be, you guys don't have, because I couldn't buy their record in America. I was on Amazon and eBay and everywhere, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I said, I'll start a record company and put out your record. And of course he never returned my calls for, I think that was June of 2000. And then I finally did a deal with them in June of 2002. So it took about 2 years. And we put out their record in Boston. And I talk too much a lot. Because there's so much garbage out nowadays, like Bloodhound Gang and crap like that, that there's lots of holes to be filled. And if my pecker's not going to do it, Razor Blade Romance is. There's lots of holes to be filled. I just think that there's lots of room for what they do. I think things like Evanescence are cheap ripoffs, you know, of what these guys do. And I would rather bang the singer from this band than that band. So that says a lot. And I'm not even gay. CC solos, probably. Oh, that's Poison. I like everything about the band. I like the fact that it's rock, but it's really melodic, and I'm a fat romantic at heart, so the lyrics are great too, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I've always loved, like, I grew up with horror movies. I grew up with Iron Maiden's The Number of the Beast. I grew up with Ozzy Osbourne's The Ultimate Sin. So there's, in like harder rock, like a bit darker rock, there's always been the satanic, you know, element in there. It doesn't mean that we sort of like sacrifice babies in the forest every night or whatever, if you know what I mean. But for me, it's just I love religious, you know, symbolism, and I'm a true pagan. I haven't been baptized or anything like that. And Finland is not a really religious country, so we sort of like check out the religion from, like, we can see the forest from the tree, so to speak. You know, it's a cool symbol. You know, it's you know, it's a symbol I drew when I was 20. And I always thought that, you know, good bands should have like some strong symbols, like the Coca-Cola logo or whatever, you know, that you can instantly recognize. And that's what we wanted to have. And I drew it for some reason, you know, moments of insanity. And it's cool because it's like a, you know, modern popular culture version of yin and yang. Because it's got that heart and then it's got that pentagram. So it's like both good and evil, and you know, it just looks good. And you know, he stole it from me. But it's cool because, you know, it's all about sharing, in that sense.
On like skateboard companies, there was like a fad for like a year to like just take like the Ozzy logo and put your name in front of it, or like any kind of favorite band, like Rolling Stones, they'd have the lips, you know, and then the pro skater's name. Well, I took the heartogram, and it happened to be a big hit. All these kids started drawing the heartogram all over the place, and you know, now it's time to show all the skaters that it's a really good band from Finland. That's where the heartogram originally came from.
No, if I get it's just that, you know how you see girls with really great tattoos, and you know that when they're 50, that stuff's just going to be sagging. It's just going to be, Like, you know, she has a little something on her breast. Like Eve, she has those, they look great now, but pretty soon they're going to look like there's a panther scraping her knees like in 50 years. So I know I'm already heading down that path. So it won't be, I don't have the body. Plus, I can't really take off my shirt and be like, is that a tattoo under that hairy muff of chest patch that you have?
I think life is all about good manners. You should open up doors for ladies and you should say thank you. And you should not swear and you should not spit. And that's what my parents told me, that's what I'm trying to do, and it's brought me this far. I'm not a big thinker, you know. I've got a big heart and a small brain.